Hey guys, welcome back to Evie's Corner. I'm so glad you guys tuned in today. Today's gonna be a story time, and I think this is gonna be one of my favorite story times to do, because not a lot of people know this story. Like my immediate family knows, but I think that's about it. So today's story time is about how I met my biological father at 19 and found out that I am the oldest of 6 siblings. So if you're ready to hear about this crazy story, just keep watching. So I found out about my biological father when I turned 19 years old. Literally, it was 2 days after my 19th birthday. I was at my mom's house, and it was me and my mom and her girlfriend at the time. We were home, and with us being home, it was just like a real chill day. Like, everybody was chilling in the house, watching basketball. I'm sorry, we was watching basketball. It was the NBA playoffs, because it was in the summertime. If you don't know, my birthday is May 26th. I am a spring baby. So it was around the time for the NBA playoffs. We all sitting in the house chilling, whatever, and my mom and her girlfriend got into an argument. And from there is when I started finding things out. Me and my mom's girlfriend at the time, we were really close, and so we just was like, okay, let's just go for a walk, let everybody cool down. So we letting everybody cool down or whatever, and me and her are walking, and she, oh, your mom has been talking to your dad? And I was just like, what dad? I was like, my grandfather. Like, they talk every day, because I call my grandfather my dad. She's like, no, like, your biological dad, do you even know who he is? I was like, I know his name, but that's about it. And she was like, oh, well, your mom has been talking to him. And I was just like, why? Like, why is there something that you know that I don't know? Like, okay. So we go back to the house, and everybody is semi-cool. But now I'm a little on edge, because I'm like, really, Mom? Like, really? Anyway, so the argument ensues again. Like, this time it's like yelling, screaming, and I'm like, y'all all just need to chill. Like, y'all both just need to chill out. Like, y'all doing too much. And my mom is like, no, blase split, like, it's just bad. And somehow I can't even remember how I blurted out, like, but you've been talking to my dad, and you want to act like people always doing you wrong, but you didn't tell me you was talking to my dad. And that was the end of the night. Like, I was so mad, I just went to sleep. Like, I didn't want to talk anymore. So the next morning I woke up and we went to church, and I got in trouble for that outburst when I got to church, because my mom, my pastor, and I were really, really close, and she was like, you shouldn't have said that, like, you were wrong, like, I understand you were angry, but you shouldn't have said that, blase split. And I was just like, okay, I understand, like, my bad, won't happen again. So maybe like a week later, my mom was like, well, do you really want to see your dad, talk to your dad? Like, I was like, sure. So my dad came to the house 2 days after me and my mom had that conversation, and it was weird because I am literally the female version of my dad. Like, I look like my dad, I talk like my dad, like I look like my mom too, and I talk like my mom, but I feel like I'm more of my dad. You'll see in the video, I'll have my mom in the video and then I'll have my dad in the video. But yeah, it's like crazy. So my dad came and we sat outside on the steps and we talked for like hours, maybe like 2 hours. I think we talked for like 2 hours that day, and we were just laughing and joking and having a great time. And he was like, well, you know you have siblings. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, you have five other siblings. And I was like, okay. He's like, you're the oldest. And I was like, wait, hold up. I'm the oldest. He was like, yeah, you're the oldest. He was like, you have 2 other sisters and then 3 brothers. And I was like, okay, well, how old are my siblings? And then he dropped the bomb that me and my 2 sisters are all the same age. So my birthday is May 26th. My sister Taylor's birthday is August 15th. My sister Brianna's birthday is in February. And we're all, like, at this present moment, me and Taylor are 23, and my sister Brianna will be 23 in February. So I had to stop him right there, and I was like, so Dad, you mean to tell me you was just like pop pop pop, like you didn't care? Like, it was just like, I'm out here and I'm just gonna have all my kids. So that's just me and my sisters. And then you have my brother Marcus, my brother Daquan, and my baby brother Yasin, who we call Max. And my baby brother is the last of my dad's children. He's not having any more children. He doesn't have any more children. But it was like weird to find out that I'm the oldest of 6 siblings. And then when I met my siblings, so that was in 2016 that I found out about my siblings. I also found out that I have a nephew whose name is Ryan, and that's my sister Taylor's son. So I was like, alright, cool, like I got siblings, I have a nephew, like I'm cool, like my life is complete, like I know my dad, I talk to my dad, like what else can I ask for? And then I was like, well, I want to meet my siblings. So when I met my siblings, I met my baby brother Max first, and I met him when I was on the phone with my dad. And my baby brother is just like my dad, like he's sociable but not really sociable. Then I have to remember he's 5 going on 6. Yeah, he's 6 now, but when I met him he was like 3. Yeah, I don't know, it was a while ago. I met him in 2016, we're in 2020, so that was 4 years ago. So yeah, he was like 2 turning 3, something like that. Anyway, so he was like real calm and cool. He was just like hi, and that was it. Like he didn't care too much about having an older sister. Like it was just like whatever. So I was in school and I had been asking my dad, like, Dad, you really need to like get me and all my siblings together when I come home. Like I want to be able to meet all of my siblings. And he was like, yeah, okay, like I'll get it together, like don't worry about it. Dad, you really need to get us all together. Like it would be great to sit down and meet all of my siblings face to face. he kept putting it off. So it was like March when I reached out to my sister Taylor on Facebook, because we had become Facebook friends, and I had reached out on Facebook and I was like, hey, like, I don't know if Dad told you, but I'm your sister. I see that we like each other's posts on Facebook, comment and stuff, but we never really had a chance to talk. Actually, let me see when I sent her that. Let's see. Let's see. The first time we had conversation, this was actually in 2019. So I had known about my sister for like 3 years. Like 3 years. And we didn't have conversation until March 16th of 2019. And that's sad. Like, I feel bad like now when I look back at it, because like my dad, it just shows me that like my dad wasn't really like making an effort at that time. But neither here nor there, we love our dad. My dad is great, but at the time it just felt like he wasn't really into introducing all of his kids. So we had our first conversation in March of 2019. I graduated in April of 2019. So yeah, so yeah, I was just reading some of our messages, but like our first message was, we literally waved at each other on Facebook Messenger, and then I sent her my number like a couple days ago, or like a couple days after that, and that's really how we started talking. So that's how I met my sister Taylor. And after I graduated, we met up like a couple months after I graduated. I came home, started working, and I texted her one day and I was like, let's meet. And so we met up, and we hit it off from there. Like, we hit it off from the first time we met, but we really got a chance to sit down and talk about a lot of things. We talked about our spirituality, dad, what it's like, you know, having a dad but not having a dad at the same time. So that was that. And then I had a family cookout with my immediate family, and I invited her to the cookout, and she's supposed to come. It was like a big block party or whatever, and she ended up not coming. And I was like kind of getting worried, but I didn't really think too much of it. So I had called her earlier in the day before she didn't come, and my brother answered the phone, and it was the first time that I had talked to my brother. And I think it was my brother Daquan that answered the phone. And so me and Daquan had talked or whatever, and she was like, yes, I'm coming, I promise I'm coming. And it was getting later and later and later in the day, and she hadn't showed up. So me and my friend at the time, we hopped in the car. I was like, we gotta go figure out what's going on. Like, she's not really answering my phone calls, she's not answering text messages. Like, this isn't normal for my sister, because literally we probably talk like every other day, every couple days. And so I pull up to her house, and my brothers are there, like, and so this is when I met my other two brothers, Marcus and Daquan, and it was just like we connected from that moment on. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, those are my siblings. You can tell that we're siblings. We act alike, we talk alike, we laugh and joke with my dad, and he doesn't get mad. Like, you can tell that we're all family. And so my sister Bree, my dad really hasn't done much of an introduction of my sister Bree with me. Like, I will comment on each other's posts on Facebook, will like posts, but there hasn't been a real introduction. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys, my nose is like on one. I'm allergic to something, I don't know what it is. But yeah, there hasn't really been an introduction with my sister Bree, and that's on my dad's part. Like, it is what it is. But I love my sister. I love all of my siblings. I wouldn't trade my siblings for the world. They're freaking amazing. I just talked to two of my brothers last night, Max and Daquan, because they're all in Florida with my dad, and I felt some type of way. I was a little jealous. So I called my brother. I was like, like, daddy took y'all and didn't think to come get me and Tay. But it is what it is. I had a great time talking to my brother. We have a lot in common. You'll see him on my channel as well. But that is the story of meeting my biological father and 4 out of my 5 siblings. If you want to see more of my siblings, stay tuned. They will be on my channel at one point or another, I promise. But thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you would like to. Let's get me to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. My goal is 100 subscribers by the end of the year. So please, let's just like, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, see you in the next video.